So, Cadmus has searched the world over and again for his sister Europa, but it's a fruitless task. Like Aeneas in Virgil's great epic, he's thrown out of his homeland, so he goes to Apollo's oracle at Delphi to find out where he's to live. Let's read through the next several lines. Bos tibi phoebus ait, so lis occurret in arvis, nullum passa jugum, curvi quin munus aratri. Hac duca, carpe vi as, et qua requieveret herba, moenia fac condas, boeotia quilla vocato. Vix bene castaleo, Cadmus de scenderat antro, in custoditam lente vidadera juvencam, nullum servitii signum cervice gerentem. So the first thing you should recognize is that the first 4 lines are speech from Apollo. This is the oracle talking, giving Cadmus his confusing prophecy. So, with prophecies, we should expect certain things like verbs in the future tense, occurret is a third conjugation verb, so its future is with an E, and imperatives like carpa, fac, and vocato. Ovid even threw in a future perfect verb too. So it's customary in classical poetry to have an adjective or noun in a prepositional phrase come before the preposition, and solis describes arvis. The caesura in line 11 separates out the 2 descriptors of the cow, boss is feminine by the way. The adjective or participle that describes the she-cow is in the middle of each half line, while the object or objective genitive surrounds it. Hoc duca is an adjective and a noun, although hoc is really acting like a noun, talking about the she-cow, in an ablative absolute. There's a mild diaeresis after these words, and they separate them from the imperative, carpa vi as, after which the caesura falls. The imperative fac in line 13 introduces a purpose clause, although Ovid left out the ut, but that explains why kondas is in the subjunctive. I translate this as make that you, or something like that. Vocato might look strange to you, but it's actually a future imperative of voco, so Cadmus is going to build his walls, then he'll name them. Don't worry too much about how to translate future imperatives. English doesn't have them, so we just translate vocato like a regular command. The last 3 lines are back to action, and castaleo antro is in the ablative case. So often when you have an ablative without a preposition, you can look to the prefix of the verb to help you translate this ablative. Here, de means down from, so we can translate our ablative with the word from. The caesura here, by the way, allows us to balance out this ablative. Castaleo at the end of the first half line modifies antro at the end of the second half line. Notice the case endings for the words on line 16. In custoditam is a feminine accusative singular adjective, and so it can't be describing Cadmus, who's masculine. It must be talking about the she-cow, the juvencam, at the end of the line. And if we scan this line, we get lots of spondees at the beginning. This cow goes slowly. In custoditam lente. Ovid here is using his meter to reinforce his meaning, especially around the word lente. The first word of the line and the last word go together, by the way. Our last line has 3 words in the accusative case. Okay, so check out the genders, though. Nullum and signum must go together. The caesura falls before the signum, so this line is balanced out pretty well. And by the way, the genitive servitii goes with nullum and signum, and Ovid's placement of it in between these words makes that absolutely clear. Nullum signum is the neuter accusative object of gerentem, though, which is modifying the she-cow, the juvencam, at the end of the previous line. So just like how the verb falls at the end of the sentence, the participle falls here at the end of the line. Okay, let's do one more read-through. Allow the vocabulary to come out and help you understand the Latin. Bos tibi phoebus ait, so lis occurret in arvis. Nullum passa jugum, curvi quin munus aratri. Hac duca, carpe vi as, et qua requieveret herba, moenia fac condas, boeotia quilla vocato. Vix bene castaleo, Cadmus descenderet antro, in custoditam lente vidadera juvencam, nullum servitii signum cervice gerentem.